Hello, everyone, and welcome to my A1 Low Beginning English course. In this module, you will learn the past simple for regular and irregular verbs and its uses. At the end, you'll get to practice what you just learned with a few sample exercises. Let's get started. All right, let's look at this table really quick. Um, we're going to look at the ED spelling, and this is for regular verbs. So, um, for example, we have these verbs here, watch and play. So we're going to add ED to these to form the past. So this is a general rule. We add ED to most of these verbs. All right. Now, if these verbs end in an E here, like this one, like and arrive, we just add a D. So liked and arrived. All right. And for these, we have study and try. So after a consonant plus Y, we remove Y and add I and then ED. So studied and tried. Okay, then we have where we have a consonant, a vowel, and consonant. What happens is we double the consonant and then add ed. So we have stop, it becomes stopped, and then rob and robbed. So we're doubling the P here and then the B here. All right. Okay, let's look at the past simple regular. We often add ed to verbs. These are the regular ones to make the past simple. So here are a couple examples. We often watch a film on Saturday. That's present simple, but then it becomes we watched a film last Saturday. So this is for one single pastime. I live in Barcelona. That's present. It becomes I lived in Barcelona in the 90s. So this is mentions a specific time here. All right. And then the spelling here of regular verbs. We want to know, when do we double the consonant? So we talked about a consonant, vowel, consonant. So stop here becomes stopped with double P. Plan here, LAN. Planned, double N. And then shop, shopped here, double P. Rob and becomes robbed, like we saw before. All right. Okay. So we double the consonant when the verb ends in a consonant, vowel, consonant. So this is always true when the verb is one syllable. When the verb is two syllables, we only double the consonant when the stress is in the last syllable. So here's an example. Refer. So you see fur, the stress is here. So we have referred, we double the R, right? And then we have prefer, sounds the same. Again, the stress is on the second syllable. So we have preferred. The R is doubled. And then regret. Um, that becomes regretted. So we double the T here, right? Because it's the stress is on the gret or last syllable. All right, but we do not double the consonant when the stress is not in the last syllable. It's on the first. So we have here visit. The stress here is on the vi on the first syllable. So we don't double it, we just add ed. And then we have answer. So stress is on the an. So we just only add an ed. We don't double the r. And then listen. So lis, that's the stress part. So we just add the ed, no doubling the n. Okay. Okay. Past simple irregular. So, irregular verbs don't add ed to make the past simple. Some very common irregular verbs are, you'll see a list of these. You have to actually memorize them. So, past for be is was or were. We were at home all day yesterday, for example. Begin becomes began. Break becomes broke. Bring, brought. Buy, bought. See, do, did. Drink is drank. Drive is drove. Eat is ate. And find is found. And there are at least 50 of these. So these have examples in sentences here. All right, so let's talk about the use of past simple. Talk about how it's used here. All right, so we want to mention first it's for past finished actions or states. So we can use the past simple to talk about these past actions or state that are finished. We know and we often mention when these actions happen with a past time expression. So some examples are yesterday, yesterday morning, last night, last week, 2 days ago, 5 years ago, etc. So here are some examples. Jessica called me last night. Okay, so that's a specific time here. Same with these. Rachel was a very good writer 10 years ago. So notice that when we use ago, we also know that the verb is past simple. John visited his parents yesterday. Okay, so they're always meant for a certain uh, well, a past state or a specific time mentioned in the past. All right. Okay, and then the next use here is for past repeated actions. We can use the past simple to talk about habits or repeated actions that happen in the past but don't happen in the present. We often use adverbs or expressions of frequency like often, always, every day, etc. So, for example, when I was a child, I ate sweets every day. Um, in school, I always played football during break time. Or I often rode my bike when I was younger. So these are actions that were a regular habit, but in the past here. All right, let's move on to a few sample exercises and see what we know so far. All right, so for exercise 1 here, um, we're going to write in these the past form here of the verbs in parentheses. So we have I study all night yesterday. So what would that be? Ends in a Y. So we have stud. Okay, so we're changing this to an I and adding ed, right? Yes. Okay, so number 2, we play poker after dinner. So this is a regular one. So play. So we're just going to add an ed only, right? Played. Okay, number 3. After escaping from prison, he robbed a bank. So we have consonant, vowel, consonant. So what do we do? Double the B. All right, robbed. Okay, number 4. He start playing chess at the age of 7. So is a regular one. So what do we add? We just add ed. That's good. All right. Okay, let's look at the second exercise here. Okay, so we're going to write the past simple forms, and these are for irregular verbs this time. So I will help you out here. So we have I find my true love when I was 50. So what would it be? So found would be the past, right? So all right, and then number 2, we buy this sofa in the shop at the end of the street. So buy becomes, well, it ends in a T, right? And we change this to O-U-G-H, right? So it's a very different spelling. So we bought this sofa in the shop. Okay, number 3, wear. So we never what? Uniforms in school. So that becomes wore, right? Wore uniforms in school. All right, number 4, I forget to tell you something important. So forget becomes, it's only one letter changed, forgot. All right, excellent job. Maybe one more here. Okay, so I see Peter at the theater last week. So see is what? Hey, so saw. All right, excellent job. So, okay, the third one looks like, so we're just going to do a few of these, um, choosing the verbs from the box. Okay, so 2 summers ago, we on a trip to New York. So what looks like the correct verb here? So go, go is, but we want the past. So this is irregular. So for go is what? Went, right? Okay, number 2, we what? From Manchester to John F. Kennedy International Airport. So we want the verb what? Fly. Okay. So what would be the past? It's not flied, it's irregular. So flew from Manchester. So, and then try one more here. The journey was long, but we were very excited. We are from a little village and we really what? To visit a magic city like New York. Okay, let's try here. So we really, these don't look like it. Let's try want. Let's try the verb want. So this is regular. So we're going to put want. And what do we do for this? We just add ed. So wanted to visit a magic city like New York. All right, excellent job on these exercises. I know those irregular verbs are tough to remember sometimes in the past, but um, can always refer back to the list there. All right. Well, I can help you speak English with more confidence for sure. I'm TESOL certified. I teach native U.S. English. I'm experienced in online tutoring, and I work with all learning levels and most age groups. So whether you need help in grammar, speaking, vocabulary, or writing, or any other area, you've come to the right place. Well, thank you all for watching my video and happy learning.